You're watching The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales, streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
What's going on, everybody? How are you guys doing? I'm your boy Chuck, and it is once again time for Triple T Talking Treats Trivia. I love it. Man, I'm having such a blast with all these great guests, and seriously, it's been absolutely amazing hanging out with all you guys. And Wendy and I, it's actually become this thing like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We'll get together and we'll gather up trivia questions. We have trivia questions from like previous shows and whatnot. For those of you guys who are brand new, by the way, what we do is we get a great indie comic creator or just creator. At some point, I'm sure we'll go beyond comics. And we bring them in. They bring an awesome prize package. We talk about their stuff. We learn about them, and we learn about their cool stuff. And then for the next, 40 minutes or so, we do trivia. And you guys have a chance to win one of their amazing packages. So, yeah, it's really great. I get to show you guys off some really cool creators who I love. And I haven't had anyone on that I haven't loved. I think that's the best part about doing this is I just get to show my love for indie comics and for all the cool people that I've worked with, around, watched, read, all that kind of stuff. So, you know what? Without any more ados, why don't we go straight into it and make this happen? I'll see you right after this.
You make this rather snappy, won't you? I have some very heavy thinking to do before 10 o'clock.
I freaking love our opener. What's up, Paul? How you doing, buddy?
What's happening? Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Where is the Canadian bacon?
I know, right?
I need some Canadian bacon.
You know what?
About that?
Well, next time I'm in Dallas and we're hanging out, we'll go back to that cafe and we'll have some Canadian bacon together.
Is that what it is? But we had it on the show. It was like,
I know, the little heart.
Dang, what happened?
I know. You know what, man? We're trying not to curse as much on this one. So you've been good.
Son of a gun. I mean,
the stuff that I did on my previous show, we've had to definitely tone down, which I'm good with because it means that it gets out there to more people. Paul freaking Gomez, I love this guy. Just so you guys are aware, Paul Gomez, if you haven't heard from him, he's been out for about a year and a half now?
It's just under a year and a half, yeah.
Yeah, so about a year and a half, and in that time, he's already become very prolific. He basically hit the ground running. PTSD, Bushiboo Mysteries, Cryptic Haze. We now have Prelude to Aurora we're working on. What am I missing?
Dracula's Descendant.
Dracula's Descendant we're working on, yep.
Comic. Going to be out in Kickstarter next month, and then it's going to be in previews and then in stores in September. So I yeah, man, I've been blessed.
You've been working so freaking hard, and I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Well, the one thing I really wanted to start this interview on is how I got to meet you.
Okay,
because,
all right.
Let me tell you. First of all, I had this amazing editor. He really was great, and I'm not going to take anything away from him because he taught me a lot, and I owe him so much. But he decided to step away from my career because he's a big-time editor, deals with some legendary artists at the moment, which is fine. But let me tell you, I saw you on a panel show, and this was, and I don't know if I could say names and stuff, but it was Kevin's show. And you were on this panel show.
Kevin Joseph's show?
Kevin Gillette?
Oh, Kevin Gillette. Yeah, of course.
So you were on one of those panel shows, and, I was still with that editor, and I remember thinking to myself, man, if I ever need an editor, I'm going to look this guy up because you sounded so amazing. And then it just so happened my editor kind of was like, I need to go this way and you need to go another way. And I'm like, okay. So I went and hunted you down. and in all honesty, I didn't know if you were gonna be, good for there was like one other guy that was in the middle there that I was thinking about, but I wanted to work with you, and I am glad. I am so glad and blessed that I got to work with you.
Oh, I feel honestly, dude, I feel the same way. You've been so good. You've been so patient. It's been fantastic. So no, I feel the way, honestly.
Well,
So
I'm
yeah, no,
glad you
dude.
do because yeah, it was great. Yeah, I mean, working with you, it was everything I needed, and you and that other editor had so much strengths in the same way. Y'all weren't exactly, you know, hey, I'm just gonna do this and let you go on your way and fix this stuff. You kind of helped me instead of just trying to take over the project and whatnot. And y'all talk to me, which a lot
I,
of the editors don't seem to want to do that sometimes. They just
so
want to fix it and go.
I like that you like that because I think for me, bedside manner is a big deal, and also really like we need to learn from each other. I need
Right.
to learn how you work, and I need to kind of work along with you. And
Right.
sometimes I need to be able to go, okay, you're doing great, but you might want to try this, which we've
Yeah.
done.
Yeah, and I understand. Sometimes you have a point of view, and there's sometimes that I'm like, yeah, I screwed up there. But then there's those times where I'm like, but that's what I meant to do. And
Right.
then we always come to a path, and that's what makes it so great. It's a collaboration. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, these are my projects that I'm bringing to you, but it's a collaboration, or else I wouldn't have wanted you on this project.
Right now,
And
I love that you're talking about me. I love talking about me. But Paul, we only have a short period of time. I want to
okay,
talk about you.
all
I
right,
want to talk about you because
let's talk about.
you've got so first off, let's get it out there right now. Prelude to Aurora is on Kickstarter. It's already funded. It's happening. Give everybody the pitch and tell them about Prelude to Aurora.
Gargoyles versus demons in an epic battle. A woman who's caught in between. She wakes up at the beginning of this without any knowledge of what's going on. All she knows is she's trying to kill herself, and she doesn't know why. She feels it's for the good of something, but again, she don't know why. And whenever you go into those first few pages, it's like she's being protected, and she didn't understand from who. Now, are the gargoyles the bad guys? Are the demons the bad guys? This is what you kind of find as she starts gaining her memory, and some more characters come along the way. But I felt with this one, because I really wrote it for my artist. Most of my other books, if you notice, are more realistic.
Hmm.
This one has that supernatural feel to it, and that's because my artist, that's what he loved. And I wanted to jump out of that comfort zone and write something for him. And in all honesty, I feel that this is my best script ever. And maybe it's because I got pulled out of that comfort zone. Maybe it's because I was doing stuff for my artists, because to me, this is a thank you. This is a love letter to my artists, if you will.
Is this Jeff Muth?
This is Santa Spina, who's doing the art
That's it.
inside, and he's the one that did the inside for PTSD and Cryptic Haze. Now Jeff Muth is one of the cover artists, and he's like one of my best friends, because whenever I have any question, whenever it comes to art, I started out, with no experience. So all the experience that I've gained is from other people in this past year or two, and it was talking to them and trying to soak in all their knowledge, and I've always had Jeff right there on my right hand to say, hey, does this look right? Is this perspective good? Is this kind of the way it should be? And Jeff has been more than just my best friend, more than an advisor on that. He has been like a partner to me. And yeah, look at that man beast right there. Yeah.
Keeper, dude.
But I'm telling you, this project really was. I mean, I didn't start it like the other ones, because most of the other ones were from what I knew, and that's where I started this basis off of. This kind of started what I was talking to my artists, because I was asking them what they liked and what they loved, and I wanted to, build a thank you for them.
I like that you did that because I feel like getting out of your comfort zone is the first real step towards becoming a professional, because we're gonna, I mean, it, if it goes the way we want, we're gonna be working on titles where someone's like, hey, we want you to write this, and you're like, well, I never would have written that, but okay, like,
Right.
I'll find the voice and I'll figure it out. And so yeah, doing something like that, I think, is it's smart. It was a really smart move.
And
Um,
I've always tried to challenge myself. PTSD was the third script that I wrote. But Bushy Boo Circus Mysteries, it was a 32-page, and the only reason it was 32 pages was because, again, I was new. So I Googled, how much is an average comic, and it said from 22 pages to 32 pages, and I said, I'm picking the biggest one because I want more room to write. That's the only reason. If I would have known then what I know now. But then I went to, my second and third script. My third script was PTSD, which is the first book that came out. And I wanted to challenge myself by putting a standalone 22-page book, because I read and I listened to people, and everyone said that was hard to do. That a writer should understand how to put one concise story into a 22-page
yeah.
single issue kind of thing, so it's a complete front to back. And instead of trying to build this, Bushy Boo's going to be 12 issues on. Instead of building this whole big thing to see if you can do that one story. So that, again, every time I do a script, I try to challenge myself one way or another, because I want to do comics the best I can. I mean, I've always said I'm making a comic for a comic fan because I am a comic fan. I
Yeah.
mean, and that's the way it was. I wanted to make sure that these were good, not just to me, not just to my kids, which is the real reason I started this, but
Yeah.
to the fans. And
Well,
I
and
really respect that.
what I love about what you're doing, there's PTSD right there with some sweet covers, dude.
Mhm.
What I love about what you're doing is people can watch the evolution of a comic writer. That 32-page script, what you said, it hits the nail on the head for new creators. New creators, when they come out, they go, I want to have lots of space to be able to do what I want to do, and that's great.
Right.
But eventually, someone's going to be like, I need 24 pages. That's what the budget is. And you need to be able to be concise, or a 4-page anthology or something.
Or
Like,
you're not going to understand that it costs per page to make this book, which is like, whoa, 32 pages is a great, distance from 22 pages. You're doing
yeah.
the interior, if you're paying for all this stuff. And again, I was new. So I felt I needed to, have an editor check my stuff. I needed some, my interior artist to be good, because I didn't want, again, I wanted my consumers to have spent the penny and be worth that penny, every single cent, on every one of my books. So I wasn't going to
Yeah.
shortchange them at any point.
Well, and you inspire us and allow us to elevate the book, which I think is a really big deal. And that's exactly what a writer should do. Right. Is you create something and you go, guys, cool, there's this thing. I want it to be better than what I did.
Yes.
And I think as a writer, we need to get out of our ego. And that's what I love about you, is that you come in with zero ego. Like, you come out and you're like, hey, I've got this really neat idea. Let's play. And you let everybody play. And that's something that a lot of people, they're wary of doing. They're like, this is my baby. And I'm like, no, kill your baby. Right. Sorry, but kill your baby, and let's try to make something great.
Yeah, you have to pull yourself out, because most of the time a writer, and I tell this to new writers that ask me anything. I try not to give advice unless you ask, because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. But it's like, this is a dance. It's a dance with your editor. It's a dance with your letters. It's a dance, especially with your artists. And if you're not giving them room, then they're going to fall flat, and it's going to be because you have this one step in mind. But to make that dance great, you got to give a little bit to everybody. And
dude,
everybody
100%.
Everybody who's on the project wants it to succeed, because they want their names to be out there too. And you know, like I tell all my artists, man, if it's Santa Spina doing the interiors, if it's Jeff Muth doing the cover, if it's anybody, any one of my, I want to name all my artists, but I have so many of them, but if it's McLean McGuire, who's again like a partner to me, if it's any one of them, they want their name on a good product. And
Yeah.
I want it to be the best, not only for me, not only for them, but especially for the customers.
And that's another thing. By the way, people, if you get to meet this guy at a convention, he does not sell like it's like he's only been in the industry for a year and a half. He's out there, dude. He even came to my table, brought me comps, which was sweet. We're in Dallas at Dallas Fan Expo, brings me comps, then sits at my table and sells my comps for me. And I'm like, dude, you don't have to do that, man. You're good. No. I can go get you more. I'm like, no, that's not what I'm worried about, man. That's not my worry at all. You should be making money selling these books. I should be selling these at other places. You're not. And he's like, no. I just love selling the book. I don't care who gets the money, it was so sweet, so ass backwards. But I love it. I love it about you. Again, it's the no ego thing.
I try to take care of everyone. Well, one of the things that I love to do is if I have an artist who's at a table near me or around me, I try to, tell them, hey, go buy this artist's cover.
Yeah.
And go have them sign it. Go look at their stuff while you're signing it. Come back to me or whatever if you're not going to buy my stuff, which is fine. Go look at their stuff.
I had people come to my table and go, I heard you edited this book and I had to get you to sign it. And I was like, that's my boy. Yeah, absolutely. So I did that. What's going on? Paul, your new book looks great. Can't wait to read it. You're killing it in the comic books. All right. Thank you, man.
Thank you. But yeah, it's just, and again, it was an accident. It wasn't exactly something I expected to be in the comic business. This really was an accident for me. And, I was a dropout in high school. I dropped out, got my GD. I went to college and I couldn't handle the reading aspect of it. So I went to trade school because I didn't want anything to stop me from succeeding in life. But, the biggest hurdle was reading and writing kind of stuff because I'm dyslexic. So it was like always seeing letters and stuff jumble around. So I never thought I would write, a book, a comic, or anything. And it was just a home project that I was doing for my kids. And it kind of grew and grew. And with PTSD, I talk about this a lot because it was a passion project that I wanted to talk about mental illness and awareness. I wanted to bring it to people.
Yeah.
Because I felt like that was a conversation that doesn't come up that often. And it just kind of grew from there. It was, I don't want to say it was lucky that Bushy Boo Circus Mysteries stalled on me because that was my first project I started.
Yeah.
But I had interior artists drop out and I didn't think it was going to ever be. I just happened to double down with PTSD and it came out so fast. And it just kind of hit and sold. And I was kind of surprised. It was just one step after the other.
Well, and one final story before we have to talk about the packages and sadly send you on your way. But this guy, he said it before, and I'm going to make sure that it comes up again. He does this for his children, and he loves to bring his kids along. And my quick story was he brought his kids over to the table, and I went over to his table and met them, and great guys. And there was at one point where he had some stuff going on. Duct tape that stand. I know, right, dude? See, the unprofessional aspect, me having a whole dude, that's what gives this thing character.
Yes.
So, but thank you. No, and at one point, I think you had a cover artist come in, and so there was no room for your kiddo, and he came over to my table and he goes, "Hey, my dad's table's full right now. Do you mind if I come sit with you?" And I was like, of course. And he's like, well, I brought you candy just to make sure. He's got like all these like Mars bars and Kit Kats. And I'm like, I'm chubby already, dude. This isn't going to help. But yeah, okay. I'm like scooping them up.
Yeah, my kids. I mean, I tell people, if you met me, chances are you met one of my kids because they're right beside me. I'm a single father. I did this for them. And I've had a lot of people ask me what my goals are. What was I trying to do? And I'm like, I met my goals. Having people tell me in front of my kids, how they admire me for working hard. That was it. That was my goal, to put a book on a bookshelf at a LCS, which I'm in 28 LCSs now, and my kids see that. That was my goal. Dracula's Descent is going to be in previews and stores from coast to coast. And I never, ever dreamed that. I sitting down after stuff started happening, I'm like, I need to start making goals. And to be in previews and to get into all coast to coast, it was like a 10-year kind of thing.
And here you are, not even year 2.
My bucket list was to be on your show. And I'm telling you, I was like, I've got to get on Chuck's show. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to bribe him. Which
you need a better bucket list, homie.
Well, and I was going to talk about this. It's like, okay, every year of my life after 18, I was like, I'm going to write a bucket list. That first year, it was like 20 things, and it whittled down. The only thing that I really have on my bucket list after this show is to go punch a shark in the nose. And I'm not a violent man, so I might not punch a shark. But to tell you the truth,
like, give him a rub.
I came this close to doing that once.
Oh, wow.
I've been in a room with 2 tigers.
Jeez, dude.
A room. And I've jumped out of a plane. I've jumped out of a train. I've jumped out of a moving car. I've, quote unquote, stolen a federal vehicle. I've done donuts in front of a police station.
Edward loves your shirt. Okay, so, dude, you've done so much stuff. David Moore. Having a why makes a world. Yeah, absolutely it does, man. Thank you for that. Dude, so your next thing, what you need to put on there, went through the Kickstarter page, looks really cool. See ya, dude. Thank you, guys. That's what we want, for you to check out these amazingly talented people. Check out their stuff. Thank you, guys. I love that you're here already.
My first time doing my own Kickstarter page, so that means a lot to me, too.
That's good, man. You're doing great.
Yeah.
So what we need to do is we need to add to your bucket list. Next time, we need to do an hour, because we've already gone over what I should have talked to you for, and I didn't get enough information. So let's talk quickly about the packages, because Paul decided, no. 1 package for my winners is not enough. I have to go 2. So, Paul, go ahead. Tell them what the winners are going to get tonight.
The first winner is going to get a copy of each of my books. That's PTSD, Cryptic Haze, and Bushibu Circus Mysteries issue 1 and 2. The second winner, and I don't know if you know this artist or not. This is a cover by Ariel Diaz.
They were at Dallas. He was at Dallas Fan Expo with us.
She was.
She was.
She just signed on with she's doing some Marvel covers right now,
dude.
And I'm telling you, having a cover by Ariel Diaz, that's amazing. And you're not getting a regular cover because you can see that right there.
That beautiful foil.
I'm telling you, that's your second package right there,
dude. So first place is gonna get that.
Well, you choose first. Either 1 copy of each of my books,
or the
foil.
Okay, you know what? I'll let them choose.
There you go.
Okay, dude, Paul. I love hanging out with you. We are going to do this again real soon. Thank you so much. Guys, we're going to be back right after this. Please check out his Kickstarter while we're on commercial, but watch the commercials too. And then we'll be right back with some trivia. Thank you so much, guys. See you in a minute.
Why was Princess Zelda sad after watching a bunch of YouTube videos? She couldn't find a link in the description. We'll stop if you subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's super easy. Click subscribe and click the bell when you do. And thanks for supporting the EXP.
This is The Experience.
Good afternoon, everybody. Hey there, hi there, ho there. You're as welcome as can be.
Hi, I'm Nancy McCann. Welcome to Friday Night Live on The Experience.
Welcome, everybody. It's Fat Jack's Comic Crypt. Brendan, Al, Jason, hanging out.
There I am. Welcome back to Kicking It with Henry, folks. I am your host, Henry Compa. It's great to be here with you guys.
So we are going to talk about books that are in stores this week.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Mishmash.
Hello, and welcome to the Black Comics Universe, presented by Peep Game Comics.
And you gotta love it that the first people in a minute to skim it are creators.
Up, everybody! Welcome to another Wednesday Warriors. My name is Joey Galvez, and this is my pal Ambrosia.
Hey, everybody! Welcome to Space Cadet.
Hey!
What's up?
Welcome, everyone, for another episode of I Must Ask You a Question.
Hi, everybody! Welcome to Nerd News Now.
Hey, this is Rex. Welcome to Comic Collectibles.
Hey, hello, all you happy people. Welcome to the Dan Wickline Show.
Hi, everybody, and welcome. This is the crazy show that we do on Thursdays called What's in the Box? What's in the Box?
Comic culture and sales.
You make this rather snappy, won't you? I have some very heavy thinking to do before 10 o'clock.
We're starting to get a crowd. I'm loving this. Guys, if you're here, shout out. Tell us you're here. And we're going to start trivia. Again, this is a very fun backwards trivia that we do because the not-so-sexy host is right here while the incredibly attractive hostess is in the background giving out the questions. Why? Because that's what we decided to do. And that's how we roll.
I feel like Howard's mom.
or like one of the characters from like Norm's wife.
Yeah.
I love that about you. So yeah, man, without any further ado, Wendy, how you doing today?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We had a good time with Paul. You met Paul at Dallas Fan Expo, didn't you? No, you didn't. That was the year you weren't there.
No.
That was when I was with Fish.
Yeah, he wasn't there the year that.
Yeah, he hadn't started. He had just started. We were like working on his books, I think, at that point. Okay. Well, guys, so excited to have all of you here. Wendy's watching Facebook and YouTube, right?
I'm doing my best.
She's doing her best. Okay, but luckily we have my man JD, who is freaking awesome. We'll try to handle this as much as we can, though. So let's do it. Wendy, question number 1.
All right, number 1. What is the X-Men Bishop's first name?
What is Bishop's first name from the X-Men? And this was a question where I talked to Paul and I was like, Paul, is there any trivia you want me to ask? And he's like, yeah, man, X-Men. I'm a huge X fan. Anyone who watches Henri's show with me, which I know there's several of you, I'm always picking up the X-Men books. I'm sure you guys hate me for that. So yeah, always there. So I was excited about that. And he also wanted something, about his books, about his kids. So Bishop.
Oh, we got a bunch of
Dude, look at you guys. Chuck Bishop. That's great. Paul, that's hilarious. And actually, Paul, I asked Paul the question. He's like, crap, I don't know. Is it Dave? Yeah, oh my God. Leonard's here? Good. Okay. See, I don't even have to give any clues. You guys are right on there. That's right. And they have been using his name, I know, more recently. I haven't been reading a lot of the more recent stuff, like the Hickman and whatnot, but that's correct. We've got Lucas Bishop happening.
Okay, so I don't know who answered in what order. Oh, yay. Now, Facebook's not playing the video for me at all.
Okay, well, then okay, so it looks like David Moore did it first, I believe. And then
I saw
Eddie Von B did it second. And then Leonard. Did anyone else give any answers?
I didn't see any other ones.
No? Okay. Because remember, guys, if you throw out an answer and it's wrong, we're still probably going to give you some points. We want to have some fun. We want to keep it going. So make a silly, funny answer that makes us laugh, and you'll get points. Don't even worry about that, because we're not stingy. Because A, they're free, and B, let's have fun. And again, the package, as he told it, We're gonna have all of the all of his books. So Bushibu 1 and 2. We're gonna have PTSD and Cryptic Haze. That's gonna be one of them, and the other is gonna be that beautiful Ariel Diaz foil. And so, what I want to hear from you guys is first and second place. Which one do you think should go where? So, should the foil go first, or should the collection of books?
Well, why don't we let the first place winner choose which one they want, and the second place gets the other one?
We can. I just my own. Yeah. We can do that. We can totally do that. I was just interested.
There's got to be some benefit to getting first place.
Yeah, the awesome prize. That is the benefit. All right.
The one they want.
Yeah.
All right. Next question. In what century was the modern circus created?
Ooh, yeah, that's okay. In what century was the modern circus created? And Wendy, JD was just saying, if you don't want to be watching all that, we can send you the StreamYard, and you can just watch the comments in the StreamYard.
Yeah. Well, why don't we do that next week?
Okay.
So I don't have to deal with that.
Yeah.
Right now.
Or we could do it over the break.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. 18th, not confident. I feel you there, buddy.
Who said that?
David Moore did. That's a great guess, though. It was on the Little House episode. 19th, okay. All right. I will tell you, we have gotten the answer so far. The modern circus. I looked this up last night because of Bushibu. 18th by Eddie Von B. All right. 17. Oh, okay. Yeah. Mention as many as you can, right? Just keep going. 17, 16, 15. It was the same century on Refound Steampunk. Well played, my friend. It is the 18th century. Get those 18s in quick. We'll get you some points. I believe David Moore was first. Eddie Von B was second. In the year 1 XXX. Brian gets one because that's funny. We'll make sure that Countess Lucia gets a point because she came in too and answered.
Yeah,
Good. See, guys, we are not stingy with the points. That's the nice thing about creating your own currency. You can just hand it out however you want. What's that, babe?
Yeah, JD, 1XXX was the sexiest year.
It was the triple. Well, except for like 1669 was probably really good. But, whatever. Okay. So, yeah, we got David Moore was first, and then Eddie Von B was second, and then everyone else got points. Great. Question number 3, my love.
Next question. And we might want to give them a range here, but I'll ask the question first. What percentage of veterans will experience PTSD in their lifetime?
What percentage of veterans will experience PTSD in their lifetime? And you know what? Why don't we even just go this far? It's less than...
Less than 10%.
Wow, okay. I was going to do like 25 or something, but Wendy went straight in. It's less than 10% of veterans are known to get PTSD. I'm sure it's probably a lot higher than that. Because a lot of them, might not go to have themselves psychologically psychoanalyzed, which I understand. Took me a long time. So, yeah. But, what percentage? People are thinking, I could see you guys considering, what could it possibly be? Whatever could it be? Lucky 7. All right away. Eddie Von B jumps in with 7. Kel just comes in with 4. It's definitely higher than 4. Or unlucky 7 in this case. Yeah, that's true, right? Wendy was like, is this a morbid kind of question to be asking? 6, David Moore? Maybe go up just a little bit. 5. No. You were good the first time, Eddie. She was like, is this kind of a morbid question? There you go, David. And I was like, no. I mean, he's got a book called PTSD, so why not? Like, and it's an interesting fact that 7% of vets are known to get PTSD. And diagnosed. And what did we say? You came up with it too. Civilians.
Yes. So anyone other than veterans. 6%
6% of civilians. Yeah. Which is funny. Okay, look. You guys need to know something. My wife is great at math. She's a very smart individual, but percentages for some reason don't work well for her. And so she was like, pardon?
Unless it's an easy one.
Unless it's an easy one. And so in this, she was like, so 13% of all people. And I was like, no, that's not how it works at all. She's like, oh yeah, you can't just add them up. I was like, no, you can't just add them up. That's not how it works. Or else it would mean that 50% of all people are veterans. All right, let's go for a question number 4.
All right, next question. What children's book about a rabbit and printed in 1902 is considered a quintessential book to read by children?
What book about a rabbit? And dude, I answered this like 3 times and it wasn't, and then I was like, what is it? And yeah, I got it wrong. So let's hope you guys get it. Quintessential reading for kids by for kids, as they say. In 1902 it came out, you said?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
I would agree with you, Paul, but I don't think that came out in 1902.
What did Paul say?
Bugs Bunny.
Bugs Bunny, yeah, right. Yeah, not Bugs Bunny. Tales of Peter Rabbit. Look at you coming out strong. Yeah, see, I was my mind, Velveteen Rabbit, Brer Rabbit, why my head came up with Brer Rabbit before Peter Rabbit. I don't know. My grandma used to love doing the tale of Peter Rabbit. There you go. So Peter Rabbit, David. So I believe Eddie was first, then Peter.
David.
Oh, sorry.
You got Peter on the brain?
I have Peter on the brain. Velveteen Rabbit. Yeah, see, that's what I thought too. Yeah, I have Peter on the brain. You know, in Britain, if someone had Peter on the brain, it would be completely different, and they would not take it well. Because that's Peter.
Anyone else on Facebook make a comment?
Yeah, anyone else? Did we have any other, just the 2? Countess is still around, I'm sure. You can always and remember, guys, you don't have to just give one answer.
Remember, we're a little bit shorter on time this time.
Okay, cool. Let's do one more question and then we'll go to break.
Okay. All right. Instead of gargoyles, which are symbols of protection in early architecture, what figures are seen outside the Lincoln Cathedral in Lincoln, England?
Okay. That was great. Sorry. He said that Peter on the brain sounds like an STD. So he got me there. This is a Belial question. If you've read Belial, you should know this answer. In Lincoln, England, I'll bring this one up. Instead of gargoyles, because Prelude to Aurora, which is Paul's book that is on Kickstarter right now, check it out, folks, is demons versus gargoyles. And instead of gargoyles, they have this short little demonic figure that is on top of all of their like churches and buildings and whatnot, protecting them. So what is that little creature? Like I already said, it's a demon of sorts. It's a little one, a little demon. If that helps, it's going to show what people know about demons, because we'll probably have people coming in like, is it an elf? Is it a goblin?
Elf.
Is it an elf? Is David more freaking brilliant?
David put the answer?
Yep. Oh, he did. That's great. Eddie actually put elf. Oh, okay. I thought you were making fun of my accent, me saying elf.
No, not like you do with me with pink.
Well, because the word is pink, not pink.
I say pink.
Or apricot. Okay.
See what I put up with, people?
I am an issue. Dude, I read your book. Oh! David, I have to hear about that. I definitely have to hear about that. Extreme dinosaurs. I love you, Countess. You're definitely getting a point for that. What did we do, babe?
Well, we got 2 incorrect answers on YouTube and 1 answer on Facebook.
Oh, I believe. Oh no, I thought Eddie ended up. Yeah. David Moore said imp.
Yeah.
And so did Paul. That's right. I was like, I know someone else said, but
Paul did.
I believe Paul's Red Bull Isle.
I don't think Paul can win his own. Well, I mean, I guess he can win his own stuff.
He can try. Hey, look, if it saves the guy some money, I mean, it's not easy being an indie creator.
Yes, I know. Believe me, I know. All right, so we got 3 answers, 2 correct and one guess.
One hilarious.
Yeah, so everybody got some points.
Okay.
It was imps. Was the answer.
Okay, so you know what, guys? Remember, check out that awesome Prelude to Aurora Kickstarter. We've got the 2 packages. Winner gets to pick whether they want the 4. Is it 4 comics? Yeah, 4 comics, or if they want that beautiful foil. So it's going to be up to you guys what you want. First gets to pick. Second gets what's left over. I should get an A for effort. You get an A+ for effort, Paul Gomez, and for that great interview. Thank you so much, and I appreciate you guys showing up for our interviews. We're going to go on break, and then we are going to come back with more great shows. See you in a minute.
Did you know that every Experience show, including some exclusive content, streams on Twitch? Check it out, twitch.tv/the_EXP. Or just scan that QR code.
To be continued. 3 little words that hold the secret to the next great story. 3 words that will thrill you, confound you, give life to new possibilities. Every variation of To Be Continued is a promise of adventure, a promise of excitement, a promise of unseen wonders and unexplored worlds. A promise that every issue you read makes you a part of a never-ending journey. And behind every page there will be an unopened door waiting for you. This story to be continued at your local comic book shop today. Visit comicshoplocator.com today. Comic Collectibles is a pretty straightforward show. You got Rex here, he sells the comics, and you got Rockin' Robbie, he knows about the comics. And finally, John, well, no one really knows what John does. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a great guy, but he just keeps showing up. Come to think of it, I don't even really know how he gets in here. Anyway, awesome comics, rare books, rarer signatures, slabbed books, and amazing cover sketches by Ken Hazer and others. Simple formula, you want the comics, you buy the comics. To sum up, Rex sells the comics, Robbie knows the comics, and John, who might possibly be a ghost. I mean, seriously, has anyone ever seen him show up or leave? Comic Collectibles with Rex and John, Mondays from 6 to 8 Eastern on The Experience. Comic Culture and Sales.
What if Hans Gruber from Die Hard had to battle the Joker from Batman the Animated Series in a dance battle? Or who would win in a race between Baby from Baby Driver and Snidely Whiplash? If Austin Powers and Shrek found themselves in a hot dog eating contest, who would emerge victorious? These are the questions we talk about on Nerd Killer Warfare. Debate the most absurd questions you've ever heard in popular culture. Register now by scanning the QR code or visiting bit.ly/EXP casting.
You just finished the last episode of your favorite new show, and you just have to talk about it. But all your friends are ghosting you because of that incident last week at the buffet. Oh, you know the one. What you did to that chowder. Ugh. Keeps me up at night. So what do? Join writer Dan Wickline as he breaks down all your favorite pop culture media. Whether it's a review of the latest nerdy TV show or a dive back into the history of your favorite comic characters, Dan's ready to discuss all the hottest topics live. Join the conversation as Dan live streams Tuesday through Thursday at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. The Dan Wickline Show on The Experience. Comic Culture and Sales.
You know how when you go to Comic-Con, after Comic-Con, you go to the hotel bar, and there's a whole bunch of people playing music and dancing, and you've got Pikachu and Lara Croft Tomb Raider doing the cha-cha slide just down from Deadpool and Batman and Wonder Woman? That's every Saturday night over on the Experience Twitch channel. Join Taji Beats for the EXP Dance Party, exclusively on Twitch, twitch.tv/the_EXP.
Oh my goodness! Dog bark now.
You make this rather snappy, won't you? I have some very heavy thinking to do before 10 o'clock.
All right, now hopefully you guys can hear me. Oh my goodness, something happened on my phone. It overheated somehow, so now I'm here on my tablet, which, as you can see, is blurry and terrible. And I am so sorry to everybody. That's the great thing about this show. Every week something new happens. Last week it was my cat. Now it's my phone. I'm sure other things have happened. And I think I owe JD some anti-anxiety pills because he ended up having to push more and more stuff to go just because I wasn't here. So thank you, JD. I'm so sorry, homie. Wendy, let's do some more questions.
All right.
Oh, I got plenty of...
Okay, next question. What was the original title of Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi?
I'm sure several of you know this one. What was the original title of Return of the Jedi? At least we know this is truly a live show, right? Right? What? Oh, I know. Yeah. Oh, you're seeing that now? Yeah. Well, I don't have a stand for my tablet. Some of you guys have to know this one. The title was close. See, Paul knows what's going on. Though it was a longer title than that. David Moore. Remember what we're playing for today? Paul Gomez was here. All right, Countess Lucia. Lucia, what is your actual name? If you don't mind us knowing it again.
Megan, I think.
Pardon?
Megan, I think.
No, it's not. Revenge. See, look at you guys. So I believe it went David, and then Countess, and then Eddie.
I can't see David, so I don't know.
Okay, David did go first.
Okay.
So that's right, guys. Revenge of the Jedi. I remember seeing somebody who had a Revenge of the Jedi jacket because they made jackets for the cast and crew, and I was like, "That's awesome." I would. Elena. Oh, I love that. Or Elena. I love that.
Sure it's Elena.
Elena. I love it. Beautiful name.
All right. So we got 5 minutes left. So let's see if we can get through all the questions.
We got 10 by mine, but okay.
Well, I know, but we got to wrap up about 5 till.
Oh, yeah. All right. Okay.
The next show has to start right at 8 o'clock.
Now I'm making us go slow.
Yes.
Go.
All right. Next question. Which rodent is celebrated on April 12th, the anniversary of when its domestication began?
David Moore, I do, and you and I will talk. Feel free to hit me up. Absolutely not an issue. Leonard, can you please give Leonard some points because he just came out with Star Wars 2 Electric Boogaloo,
I saw that,
which is hilarious. So what rodent? This was another one that I came up with. Celebrates its National Day today because why?
Because it's the anniversary of its domestication.
Okay. How long has it been domesticated for? Do you remember the year?
I want to say it was 1946.
Yeah.
Somewhere around in there.
Oh, look, dude, we already... Okay, we're getting some answers. Yep. David Moore. Yeah, okay. All right. So apparently other people listen to this stuff? Because I know that there's those
Probably
people...
pops up in some kind of Google notification or something.
Yeah, I love Lucia. Rats? You said you don't have the Facebook, or David's just not coming up for you?
Facebook just stopped working for me.
Okay. So JD, what was the guinea pig? Okay, no, it was hamster. So feel free to come in with your hamster answers for your extra points. Who was the first person to get that one, JD? In my shadowy room. I'm sure it'll come up on the screen.
Okay.
Because
so it was Edward and then David. Okay.
Edward then David? Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay.
Eddie then David. Look at you. JD, you're a machine. Working with this guy with his dark screen and his switching phones and his cats and his dogs. And imagine the undomesticated hamster days. What is, yeah, right? What does an undomesticated hamster look like? Like, what would that be, like a feral hamster? Dude. They wouldn't be running on those little treadmills, would they?
Yeah.
All right, Wendy.
Okay, next question. Where are we at? Okay. In what year was the final book of the Harry Potter series released?
I got this one wrong. Because I think I was thinking of the movies. But in what year was the final book? I did read all the books. Wendy, did you read all the books?
No.
I asked that question because Wendy's not a big reader. And she's so freaking smart and such a great writer. And I love having...
fall asleep.
I know. And I just love having something over you. Because I don't have a lot over you. David Moore, are you serious? You young bastard, you. Oh, look at these guys. Right away. David Moore, 2007. Eddie Von B, 2007.
All right, who was first?
Elena, David Moore first, then Eddie. Elena came in with 2008, but she's going to change it to 2007, so she'll come in third. Leonard? Anybody else? Paul? Are you even watching still, Paul?
Brian answered one question and hasn't answered one since. So
he won Triple X, right? He came in, he was excited about the Triple X, and then he left.
Okay, I think we have room for one more question.
All right, let's. Oh, see, Elena came in with 2007.
There you go. You got your point.
There you go, girl.
All right. What solo artist holds the Guinness World Record for most #1 singles on the U.S. music charts?
Solo artist. I would have gotten this one wrong. I would have been like Queen Bee, but it was not.
They have 19 #1 hits.
19.
They were big in the 80s, but still going today.
Aren't they like the only woman who wasn't impregnated by Nick Cannon?
Possibly.
Or did they have a kid with him? I don't know.
That's possible.
We're giving you guys the clues. There you go. But look at Paul Gomez coming in. Michael Jackson. That's hilarious. Oh, yeah. I would say, oh, yeah. No, that's fair. Michael Jackson's a fair... I laughed because I was talking about a woman.
Talking about they're the only one that hadn't been impregnated by Nick Cannon.
Madonna. That's a good one, too. But that's not true. Oh, Chuck. It's gotta be Mariah Carey. Thank you, buddy. David Moore. Eddie Von B, Mariah's Scary.
All right, so who was first, David or Eddie?
David. And then Eddie. That's why I love JD the way he does it. He puts them in order for us. Because he's awesome. Pardon?
On there.
Yeah.
Oh, Elena said Michael Jackson also. I didn't see that.
She was the one who did that, yeah.
Well, then Eddie said it too.
Oh, okay. And somebody else said Madonna, which I loved.
That's a good guess.
Yeah.
All right. I think we're done with the questions, so let me add stuff up here.
Okay. I was gonna try to pry one more out of her, but
no, JD would appreciate if we're done on time.
Aw, look at her thinking about JD while I'm sitting here with this shadowy friggin' thing. Nick Cannon is the Oprah of impregnating. You get a child, you get a child. Oh shoot! Oh, that's hilarious, David. Oh, that's so good. Oh, I hope we can put that in a. Well, no, we can't because I've got the shadowy crap going on, and my video is terrible. But oh, that was hilarious. Oh, David Moore, you're the best.
All right.
So Wendy is figuring it out. Remember, whoever gets first, you get to pick which package you want. Wink. Speaking of getting impregnated, Wendy.
Yeah, that's not happening anymore.
Good. Good for both of us.
So our winner tonight is David Moore.
David Moore!
And Edward came in second.
3
points between the two.
Cool. And you know what, Countess, because we don't want you to go home without getting anything, I'm going to see if I can talk to my boy Paul and if we can email you guys, because you are overseas as well. So, David, figure out which one you want. Do you want that sweet Ariel Diaz cover, or do you want his 4 books? You pick what you want. Nick Cannon was after me for a while. Thanks, but no thanks. That's great. Thank you. It's my birthday week, so this is great. Happy birthday week, dude. So David Moore, what do you want? Congrats. Yeah, we're gonna Elena, we're gonna see if we can get you sent some digitals, because you definitely deserve it, and I would love for you to check that stuff out. Cool. Paul wants the package of books, so he's gonna get Cryptic Haze, which I worked on, Bushibu Mysteries 1 and 2, which I worked on, and PTSD, which I did not work on, but I'm very cool with that.
He called you Paul, David, but he knows who you are.
I've been, and I called him Peter. I don't want to call him by his name for some reason. Okay, and then of course, Eddie, you get that awesome Ariel Diaz cover, which, dude, it's gonna look beauty. It's such a nice cover. So, guys, thank you so much. We were supposed to have Ted Sakura on this week, but he messaged me and he was like, man, I can't do this week. Can I do next? And I was like, you know what, Ted, just because I like you, we'll do next week. So next week, we're going to be here with Ted, with no cat, with no overheated phone, with a camera that doesn't look like jank like this, all shadowy and scary and creepy and whatever else is going on. Guys, thank you so much for dealing with me, and please give lots of love to Paul Gomez and his absolutely amazing work. Check him out. Prelude to Aurora is on Kickstarter right now. Keep watching the EXP. We've got something great next up from Dynamic Forces, and then after that, my boy Henri is in town throwing out some comic books. Thank you guys so much. My name is Chuck, and I give up. Take care.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time.